Strap in. Seriously, get comfortable, because we are about to fire up a metaphorical time machine and take a breakneck ride deep, deep into time. In this explainer, we're going far beyond recorded history. We are charting a course into an era so distant, the very planet beneath your feet is going to become completely unrecognizable. We are heading straight into the darkest, most distant realms of the absolute far future.
I want you to really imagine this. You step into a pod, set the dials, and suddenly the world just blurs past you. When those doors finally hiss open, what exactly are you looking at? I mean, what if you traveled literally 1 billion years into the future? Would the Earth be this frozen ice world, a volcanic hellscape? And, the biggest question of all, who, if anyone, would be there to greet you?
Okay, let's dive into this. And let's face the harsh reality right up front. The chances of any humans actually being around to welcome you 1 billion years from now, yeah, they are incredibly low. If humanity wants a front row seat to the year 1 billion AD, we literally have to survive an absolute gauntlet. We're talking global pandemics, extreme climate change, the ever-present looming threat of nuclear war, killer asteroids, completely natural new ice ages, and eventually a sun that is steadily, relentlessly growing hotter.
So, to understand how we actually get to 1 billion, we need to spin that time dial forward. 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 years. We're going to move incredibly fast here, starting with the near future of the human era.
All right, just under 10,000 years from now, we hit our first real speed bump. It's called the Decamillennium bug. Remember all that panic over Y2K? Well, it's just like that, but real. In the year 10,000 AD, any software still encoding the calendar year won't be able to handle dates with more than 4 decimals. It is a massive software glitch just waiting to happen. But hey, on the bright side, at this exact same 10,000-year mark, regional genetic differences in humans, like skin and hair color, will be completely and evenly distributed all around the globe.
Jump to 20,000 years into the future. If you try to speak to someone, well, you won't get very far at all. Future languages will only retain a mere 1% of the core vocabulary we use today. Literally none of our current languages will be remotely recognizable. But listen, it's not just our culture that shifts, the planet itself is transforming. Fast forward to 50,000 years, and Earth enters a brand new ice age. Famous, seemingly permanent landmarks like Niagara Falls, they will have eroded completely into Lake Erie. Oh, and due to changing celestial mechanics, a full day on Earth will have increased by exactly 1 second.
500,000, 1 million, 2 million years. We are accelerating way deeper into deep time now. The human footprint is fading fast, and we're escalating into an era dominated by massive geological and cosmic events that completely dwarf our everyday concerns.
500,000 years from now, if we don't find some way to prevent it, an asteroid over 1 kilometer wide is going to slam into the Earth. The impact leaves a staggering 400-kilometer crater. Think about that size. It will ignite massive global fires and literally make the air across the entire planet unbreathable.
And honestly, if you somehow survive that, jump to the 1 million year mark. We are staring down 3,200 cubic kilometers of ash. That mind-boggling number is the fallout from a devastating supervolcano eruption that is scientifically destined to happen right around this time.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer scale of the danger we're talking about. 70,000 years ago, the Toba eruption nearly wiped out all of humanity. But this 1 million year supervolcano, it will produce enough lava to fill 75% of the entire Grand Canyon. Just let that sink in. Oh, and right around this exact same era, if you look up, the nearby star Betelgeuse will have exploded into a supernova. It'll be so violently bright that you will be able to clearly see it from Earth, right in the middle of the daytime.
10 million, 50 million, 60 million years. We are dialing the time machine forward once again. We're entering a grander, much slower era where the actual face of the Earth, the continents themselves, will be completely reshaped.
Okay, by 2 million AD, humanity has hopefully settled throughout the entire solar system. We might even be evolving into entirely new species, adapted to those specific alien worlds. But back on Earth, at 10 million years, a massive chunk of East Africa just breaks off to form a brand new ocean basin. By 50 million years, Africa collides head-on with Eurasia. The Mediterranean Sea closes completely, pushing up a new mountain range that could actually feature peaks taller than Mount Everest. And out in space, Mars collides with its own moon, forming a spectacular ring system just like Saturn's.
It really highlights the ephemeral, temporary nature of our geography. By 60 million years, the magnificent Canadian and American Rockies, they will be completely erased, just eroded right down to nothing. And by 80 million years, all of the Hawaiian Islands will have sunk entirely beneath the waves.
100 million, 250 million, 400 million years. We are pushing the throttle to the absolute maximum now, accelerating into an era where looking at a map of the world would yield absolutely zero recognizable shapes.
But before we look at those continents, we face another cyclical cosmic threat. Exactly like the 10-kilometer asteroid that completely wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago, another 10-kilometer wide asteroid is predicted to make a devastating, direct hit on Earth right at the 100 million year mark. It's like clockwork.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the return of the supercontinent. In 250 million years, plate tectonics will force all of Earth's separate landmasses to fuse back together into a giant single mass called Pangaea Ultima. It's like a giant puzzle snapping back into place. But don't get too attached to this new unified world map. By 400 to 500 million years, this massive supercontinent will just break apart all over again.
500 million, 600 million years. Things are about to get exceedingly hostile. We are crossing the half-a billion-year mark, entering an era of severe, deadly threats emerging from the deepest, darkest corners of the cosmos. Sometime between 500 and 600 million years from now, it is highly likely that a gamma-ray burst will detonate within 6,500 light-years of Earth. If this massive cosmic explosion strikes us, it will obliterate our ozone layer. It literally strips away our protection from deep space and triggers an immediate, absolutely catastrophic mass extinction.
The very celestial mechanics we take for granted, they are fundamentally breaking down. By 600 million years, the moon will have drifted so incredibly far away from Earth that it will look too small in the sky to cover the sun. That means a total solar eclipse will no longer even be physically possible. No way, right? But worse still, the sun's luminosity is growing, increasing temperatures so drastically that the sheer heat actually halts the movement of Earth's plate tectonics entirely.
800 million, 1 billion years. Take a deep breath, because we are now approaching the final, most profound, and catastrophic stage of our time machine journey. We are nearing the 1 billion year mark.
So the crucial point here is this grim, totally inevitable sequence of events. At 800 million years, we witness the step-by-step suffocation of the entire biosphere. First, carbon dioxide levels drop so dramatically that step 2 kicks in. Photosynthesis becomes completely impossible. Without photosynthesis, step 3 follows. Free oxygen and ozone literally vanish from the atmosphere. All complex life on Earth suffocates and dies. It's a total reset.
47. That is the number you really need to remember here. In exactly 1 billion years, the sun's luminosity will have increased by 10%, essentially turning up the solar oven. The average temperature across the entire Earth will be a scorching 47 degrees Celsius. To put that in perspective, that's about 116 degrees Fahrenheit. Everywhere, the average.
Imagine standing in this barren wasteland. At 1 billion AD, you are surrounded by a thick, damp greenhouse atmosphere. The magnificent oceans you once knew, they have completely evaporated away into the sky. Liquid water only exists in isolated, muddy pockets at the extreme poles. Because of the intense heat and the total lack of breathable air, the planet you used to call home is now completely, utterly uninhabitable.
So yeah, you probably shouldn't linger outside your time machine for very long. The human race is long, long gone from this boiling rock. Hopefully, we're out there living our best lives on some far-off, terraformed planet, having escaped the solar oven millions of years ago. Or perhaps, just maybe, we've even encountered other intelligent life out in the deep stars.
Which leaves us with this one final, mind-bending thought. If you actually took this journey, stepping out of your time machine into the oppressive heat of a boiling, empty world, where out there in the vast, endless night sky would humanity's descendants be watching from?